Now, moving on to the workflow, which is basically the big highlight of 3.8. What we think about workflows is that we say it as a number of tasks that trigger based on specific conditions. So based on the number of conditions, we trigger one or more tasks, and this is how we create different flows. I will show you here now what we mean by this. Now, let's go back to our result here, and let's see the term Beetle. Beetle is it has a status not recommended, and well, we don't like the spelling. What we have here, we have defined the workflow that let's check this one. This workflow says that we have a set of conditions, which of course we create these conditions. It's everything is something user defined. Nothing is predefined here. So what we set is a huge status is not recommended or status is rejected. Then style the term, make the term red, because we want to make sure that no one misses this. Let me activate then this. So I activate this task, and I go back to my list here. Okay, so now I see that I have a number of these red marked terms here. And this is the reason, because the usage status is, of course, not recommended. It has this value. All right, let's say that I want to make it even clearer. Now, we have another workflow already defined, and this makes a strike through. So if you have a look here, so if usage status is not recommended, then make the term sample text with the second row. Okay, so this is just a strike through. So we make it through strike through. And let's check when this triggers. All right, so the task is, all right, so it's just a view term. So whenever I see it, it will be strike through. This is basically what we say. All right, let's activate this then and see what happens. Okay, so I see here now that my term Beetle is a strike through. And this is because the usage status is not recommended. And this is now in my result window. So it's not just in the list. I can do this on various locations. And if I want, I can then, of course, add a link to the correct version, to the way it should be spelled. So I can mark here on the list it's red. I can mark it even more here when the result comes. And I can also have a link to the correct one. So you have a number of warnings already that point out to the correct, that something is wrong here, and this is the correct one.